Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night and that you'll enjoy the video. And thank you so much for watching. You can't marry a guy after knowing him for 2 months. It's not going to work out. It seems it did work out for this first lady.
Why can't this be me? After like 5 minutes, us knowing each other for 4 hours, I don't know. If I say I want to get married, why don't they just say me too? Why has that never happened? Move in with me. And I feel like most people think I'm joking, but I'm not. I think it's a brilliant idea. When you know, why don't I know yet? Why haven't I met anyone that I know yet?
Because we choose to stay away from you. It takes two to tango, doesn't it? And it's not even only that. But in the last few years, love at first sight turned into run at first sight. All that pink-ish color that you chose for your hair, not one but two nose rings, that alone reduced your dating pool in half. Knowing that you're doing all of those choices to get external validation, to get attention from others, that also reduces your possible partners even more. And even if for some weird reason a man will choose to not run at first sight, then he gets closer to you and he's met with your squeaky voice and your annoying personality. I could have made this longer, but I hope that answered your question.
High value women do not show a lot of cleavage, okay? This was a hard pill for me to swallow because I used to wear a lot of busty shirts. Once I completely changed my wardrobe, started viewing myself differently, others started to view me differently.
Yeah, absolutely. But they still don't see you as a high value woman. Just because you changed your wardrobe doesn't mean that turned you into a high value woman. It only made you realize that you're closer to the wall now because you reached a certain age and you're trying to fool men into taking you seriously. You're trying to fool men into thinking of you long term. Best of luck to you, but I really doubt that's gonna happen.
Literally getting to the point where, can I help you? Don't honk at me. You know what? Point in case, because I was just gonna vent about people catcalling. Point in.
Can you imagine being this delusional to think that every car that passes by honks at you? 5 honks in 10 minutes? Come on now. Homeless man legit just chased you? Come on. This is exactly the type of women that will smile while calling the cops on you because you passed her by on the streets. I had to reroute my walk with my dog twice to avoid men and construction workers. Seriously? First of all, you're not that hot. I can promise you none of them would have gave you a second look. This is why a lot of you should not give up on your medications. It's probably gonna be a few generations until that psychologist that can help you is gonna even be born, but just hang in there. Hang in there and don't lock any of the men up just because they winked at you. Most of the times they just probably had something in their eyes.
$1,500 a month for a one-bedroom apartment is absolutely insane. Minimum wage here is $14.25 per hour, and yes, it could be worse. I am well aware. Let's not do that. That's $2,280 gross income per month working full-time. Canadian dollars. So after paying rent, you have $780 left to pay for transportation, food, and all of your other bills. How can anyone afford to live, love, laugh in this economy? Please tell me. How can I be that girl when a green juice costs $8? When they said you need money to make money, they weren't kidding. I've made 20 cents with what I've been able to put in my TFSA so far. Retirement? I don't know her. It's a good thing mental health care is free. Oh no, wait, it's not.
Yeah, and unlike Game of Thrones, winter is coming, and it's gonna be here in a few months. But let me run an idea by you. I'm only using these numbers as an example, so don't quote me on the math. You're making what? $2,280 Canadians a month, so that will be roughly $27,000 a year. Now you're making that money, and you can find a man. No, sorry, let me rephrase that. Some lady is making that type of money, and she can find a husband that's making also 27K a year, or maybe even more because wage gap and all that. But now she has a husband that is making just as much as her or more. Her husband is paying most of the bills. and she's bringing home groceries, maybe from time to time. She's using most of her money to take care of her makeup, hair, and nails when she's going to the office because she needs to look good, or she's cutting her nails short because not everyone works in the office and she keeps getting her nails stuck in the oven at the burger joint she's working at. But either way, life is good, life is worth living again, right? Like you said, live, love, laugh. Everything's all rainbows and sunshines again. Or you can keep listening to the same ideologies that were pushed on you. You don't need a man because you're strong and independent. Live your youth years the way you want, chasing fun because there's gonna be no repercussions. And enjoy that soda that you mentioned earlier. You know, the one that we can only afford to have once at every 2 or 3 days.
Tip number 4 on becoming a high value woman. Get rich. Get rich, get rich, get rich, get rich. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you guys, you need to rely on yourself financially. I understand that maybe you wanna rely on a man or you wanna date a rich man, but trust me when I tell you, if he's feeding you, he can starve you. Now, your job is probably not gonna get you rich. So see, here are some ways that you can actually get rich. You got to run a business, whether it be an online business, a traditional business. I personally run an online business because I like the ability to be traveling, to design my day the way that I want to. I want that flexibility to do what I want, where I want, with whoever I want. Investing. Investing is one of the best ways in which that you can start creating wealth long term. Whether it be investing in crypto, stocks, Forex, all 3 financial markets, investing. If you want more info, DM me on my Instagram linked in my bio.
Yep, just like the other one, I can remember her name that said, if you don't like being poor, stop being poor. Same with this one, just different phrasing. Out of curiosity, of course, not because I'm a moron, I did check her Instagram profile and there's nothing. But I did find this. She is obviously a queen. I mean, who isn't? Except for Valkyrie, she was actually King Valkyrie, but that's a different topic. They're all queens. She is investing, of course, she's investing in you, supporting her pyramid scheme so she can make money out of you. That's why she's advertising this. And her words cast spells, and she's a Mufkin sorcerer. I know what she meant, but Mufkin sounds better. Yeah, and obviously you can watch what she does and DM her to join her team. Like I said earlier, this is just my opinion. Prove me wrong if you want. I'm not gonna look into it, but this is just my opinion. That's gonna be either an affiliate link and she's gonna make money out of you, or you're gonna join her team. It's gonna be a pyramid scheme and she needs you supporting her so she can make money. Again, I haven't checked. This is just my opinion. I'm not gonna bother checking because I don't have that much time or patience. But every time I hear someone with join my team, this is what I'm thinking about.
One thing about men I do not understand. Maybe women do this too. I don't know. My experience as a woman, men do this. Okay, so let's say a man keeps over time liking stuff on your Instagram. Okay, he goes to your Instagram, he gives like 2 photos alike, and then disappears. But he has a private profile. And like, I don't know what he wants me to do. I'm not gonna follow a private profile. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you look like. I literally don't know you. And then every couple months, it's like some photos and disappears. I'm like, what do you want from me? Like, if you want to message me, you can message me, but I don't want to follow some random person. I don't understand.
This social media thing is becoming a problem, and I think we're too blind to see it. He obviously wants nothing. He wants nothing from you, or he wants nothing to do with you. If he wanted to DM you, he would have done that already. Most likely, once in a while, he finds your pictures, likes 1 or 2, and he moves on with his life. And I suggest you do the same. Stop living your life in social media realm and come back to real life.
I'm hoping if this found you, I've got something that you need to hear. You're not easy to replace and you're not easy to forget, so stop thinking that. And just remember, the same way that you see a yellow car when you go to a certain supermarket or something and you maybe hear a certain song, you think of someone, they're going to have that same thing with you. They will. They always do. They always do.
I think this was meant to be like a pep talk or something, so sure. But in reality, if I'm leaving, it means I'm replacing you. And you're gonna be easy to replace. I'm not sure what you were trying to say about the yellow car. Maybe you're just as expensive. Maybe you're just as rare. Again, not really sure. But even a yellow car is easy to replace. Sometimes you can just keep the car and give it another paint job. But back to your pep talk, it's not working out. Living in the past, it's not good for you in general. Living in the past, it's not good for your mental health. Stop thinking he's gonna come back. Stop thinking about him or her and move on with your life. Maybe for a change, it will be good for you to think you're replaceable. That means, in return, you're gonna think about him as being replaceable. Try that and maybe it's gonna work out better for you. It sure is better than to live in the past.
So are we all like in collective agreement that the majority of men are, but furthermore that we're just done with all the various things that go on? Let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. So me and my partner were sunbathing on the beach, having a lovely day. And while I'm sunbathing, a gentleman comes over to me and says, just to let you know, somebody is taking photos of you behind you. Horrified, I do up my bikini because I've been lying with it open so I can tan my back. This lovely gentleman goes about his day and me and my partner look round to the men in question. I can't see any phones or anything, so I can't really do anything about it because I can't see them.
This is the type of people that will add 1 with 1 and they'll end up with 11. So far in her story, we have her partner, and 2 gentlemen. One lovely gentleman and she calls him, and one different guy that is supposed to be the bad guy. And because we have 2 men, 1 good and 1 bad, obviously that will mean that the majority of men are bad. Now obviously just because no one saw the other guy, the bad guy, I'm not saying that her story is just not as real as her hairy armpit, but you know, I guess what I'm saying is I don't believe a word she said.
Okay, I need to hear from the guys on here. I want to know, do guys really think that putting a prompt like this on their dating app profile is going to work and help them pull chicks?
Swipe right if you're a female, if you're over the age of consent, if you have nice facial features. No fat chicks though. Listen, I don't have anything against the fats. I like to dance. I want to be able to dance with you and put my arm around your waist and onto your lower back. And I don't know if I could be dancing partners with a heavier set woman. Maybe at a circus.
I just had no words. Worst part about it is, I'm pretty sure that this kid went to my high school. Definitely wasn't in my grade, but anyways, men, I need to know, because let me tell you, any girl who hears this prompt would definitely run in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but you see, just as I don't speak for all men, you don't speak for all women. Maybe there's gonna be a woman out there that is into romance and all that, and she's gonna listen to his message and she's gonna say, "Ah, that means he has money." Or it could be that there's women out there that know he probably goes dancing and he cares about his body and his weight. Maybe he goes to the gym. There could be women that are into guys that go to the gym. You don't know that. I don't know that either. But you know, let's mind our own business. We all have our preferences just like you have yours. Stop trying to shame people for theirs.
Woman in 2022.
High standards. It's easier to find better. You know, we just open an app and we can find another.
If
it doesn't work, you just open Tinder and you're like, oh, next.
Okay, but I think you're confusing more with better. Quantity doesn't mean quality. The fact that you have options and you're exercising those options, it only means that you're not willing to put any effort into being in a solid relationship. And yes, I agree, it's easier for you to say now at this time, next, but in a few years you're gonna say, okay, next, and there's gonna be no one there. But anyway, I made this long enough, so that's gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.